Today we're going to be telling you exactly what you need to be doing with the new legendary lord, Dechala from Tides of Torment. She's from Slaanesh. They amass followers by raiding, sacking, and looting settlements and using them to summon armies in corrupted areas. They compel enemy units to join your army during battles and force whole factions into vassalage versus seductive influence. Their armies are very fast, excelling at flanking and piercing armor, but this comes at the cost of armor and health. Killing routing enemies grants favor for Slaanesh, which can be used to activate armies. Alright, let's dive on in, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to Titan Prime Gaming. And we're going to go over to Dechala. She's got a cool little starting army: devoted marauders of Slaanesh, spear infantry, some sword infantry, some missile infantry, the devotees, and the champions of Slaanesh. Okay, these guys are going to be anti-infantry. She has access to Tormentor's tributes, getting special abilities, ancillaries, other powerful benefits from the Decadence and Pleasure Palaces. She can corrupt enemy units. Her character experience gain is plus 10%. All characters, physical resistance 10% for Marauders, Marauder Horsemen, and Hellstriders, minus upkeep for all devoted Marauder units in all armies. This character can also equip plus 1 weapon items. That is so cool. Dechala steals 10% of experience earned by other lords. Post-battle, chance of demanding a magical item and tribute as your due, plus 50%, and Women's Strength, plus 10% for all demonic army units in a lord's army. She also is going to be on normal difficulty here, and so she starts off all the way in the southeastern corner of the map. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's jump on in. Okay, so Dechala starts down here in the southeastern portion of the map. As you can see, there's a sea lane right next to her. And her path to glory, it says she can construct 3 types of specialized settlement types: pleasure palaces, the global center of power that provides exceptional global benefits but limited in number, restricted to major settlements; thrall camps, which are harvest thralls, looks like right up here, to siphon towards global use and construction of pleasure palaces. Tormentor holds offer a limit unit recruitment and allow you to exert control over an area. Use the decadence earned by your pleasure palaces to purchase Tormentor's tributes. In her campaign, these Tormentors give powerful means to proliferate into the world, exquisite pleasures and terrors. Okay, pretty wild. So, she starts off with this army right here that she's supposed to take out. Shady the backstabber. Okay, so there's only really 2 options. You kill him, or you go and you leave and you go off to the sea lane. Okay, which is going to take you, it says, between the Jade Sea and the Eastern Isles. Alright, it says right here. It'll take you all the way over here. Now this is right where, guess who starts? Aslan, or Asleen, whatever the new high elf legendary lord is. So we have a Druki Anointed, which is one of the new heroes for Slaanesh. We're gonna throw that into the army because obviously embedding that hero is going to improve our replenishment, and also it just is going to be a battle master. So we come on in. We're going to take Dechala, the denied one, straight in. She does not set loose units like other Slaaneshi units. She actually allows you to corrupt them, which reduces their stats and it weakens enemy units. So it says you can choose which ones you want to corrupt, and it asks you how much favor it's going to cost. So we're going to corrupt, obviously, the Spider Riders and the Goblin Archers.
The choice was never yours.
And then we're going to use this. Boom. Basically lost no units. And then we're going to grab some thralls here, people. Got to go through that thrall economy early. Okay. Now let's take a look. Skill points for Dechala. When we look at the character, she's got armor, leadership, speed, attack. Basically almost no armor, but she is shielded, so that's interesting. She's got pretty good weapon strength with some bonus for infantry and magical attacks. She has the active ability augment melee defense plus 36, melee block chance plus 20, but it gives you minus 36 melee attack. Also the Dance of Destruction ability, base weapon damage plus 25%, armor piercing weapon damage plus 25%, melee defense minus 20. So that's going to be chasing somebody down and getting them. Causes fear, she causes terror. She has encourage, hides in the forest. She's a strider, so ignores movement penalties, immune to psychology, devastating flanker, so improved bonus from behind attacks, and she has the mark of Slaanesh. Okay. Plus physical resistance, and she's a siege attacker, so you can pretty much take her anywhere you want and attack. So we're gonna take our lady here. We're going to take our skill points that we just earned and we're going to add that in. So we can either increase the speed, improve the unit experience gain, or improve the range. So what we want to do is look at how far do we need to move for each turn, okay? Do we want to go for Borg Hill Wallbreaker? Or are we going to go for this southern outpost over here and come on down? So generally for me, I'm always going to go for the nearest settlement. So that would be our plan. And in that case, we don't really need the movement. Okay, so we are going to get this unit experience gain for our Lord's army. So that way we can start to upgrade our main units. And then we're going to get our replenish troops because she doesn't have the ability to replenish from actual battles. So we're going to run her on in. Bam. And again, decisive victory. So we don't even need to corrupt these units, but you can if you want to.
With malice.
We get the Scarecrow banner. Okay, so you can occupy this settlement as a thrall camp to generate more thralls. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, now it says the next one is to occupy the mountain pass. So we did that, got our Featherfold Torque, and the next one is to capture this province. Okay, so you can technically go down here and get this. This is going to give you more favor, a shield, and thralls. Or you can go right up here, and guess who's waiting for you? Nakai the Wanderer. Okay, so since you do have some decreased hit points, if this guy decides to attack you, you can just throw some corruption at him. So we're going to throw some skills back in here. Since her army, if you take a look, is mostly marauders and devotees of Slaanesh, what we want to do is look at, see, okay, what do we want to upgrade? So warriors, marauders, and devotees. Boom. Okay, we're going to give this guy the Dance of Death. And our tech tree is pretty cool. They have some new stuff, some disciples. This is going to give improved leadership and go right into demons and all these melee units, physical resistance. This one's going to give some bonus for infantry, for demonettes. Okay, so since our guys are non-demon, we're going to kind of lean towards that. This one gives us thralls. This one's going to give us heroes capacity. And this gives us minus wound recovery time and casualty replenishment. I'm not going to die, so we're going to go probably with the Servitude's Grasp. We're going to try to get those thralls in. Okay, and that way you can build your pleasure palaces as fast as possible. Okay, we're going to upgrade over here. And then we can also recruit a second lord. Okay, so it says we constructed our thrall camp. This is going to allow you to modify the transfer rate of thralls to convert them to favor. Okay, so that's why you want to get those thralls going right off the bat, get that money in. Okay, so we can throw a second legendary lord here if you want to send them off to the sea lane Or if you want a strong start, you can keep Dechala here, shoot her down, or come up, keep your second lord here to defend, or you can bring that lord down too after a couple recruitment turns. So we can grab a Chaos Lord of Slaanesh, which is armored melee export, Chaos Lord Sorcerer, okay, or Herald. Now, for me, I'm always going to go with the magic at the beginning. So we want some missile resistance, physical resistance, or this guy has better leadership, has a passive war ability, and a tribute causes fear and terror. So that is not a bad one either. Now, generally the Lord of Shadows is going to give you better damage, as these ones are somewhat effective. But I always like the Lord of Shadows, so we're going to go with that one.
Sorcerer Lord
Okay.
of Slaanesh.
And then Dechala is going to recruit. We're going to grab some devoted marauders. And we're going to get some... We're going to get something that's going to counter Nakai. And Nakai has Saurus, infantry, monstrous infantry, and monsters. And probably
The denied one.
some
Enticing.
large other units.
Entrancing.
Might as well just get one of each.
Enthralling.
And then
I taste their fear.
that's
So delicious.
going to be the diplomacy point where we look at our quick deal,
Tribesmen,
run through that, don't see anything there. And if we look here,
Moderation is slow.
Pleasure Palace availability, we have one that we can construct. So if we can get down to the gateway, we can open that up and you can start to create your Pleasure Palaces pretty quickly.
Embrace your vices.
Alright guys, so that's everything for turn 1 that you need to know for Dechala. Hope you have a great afternoon. Titan Prime, out.
Submit and be perfected.